Hello, welcome to CTFairBet, a gaming site that discusses gaming in Connecticut for the most part, en masse. There's all kinds of stuff on the internet and different sites, so I'm going to try to go through things kind of quick. East Windsor looks like they got the green light for the third casino. And there was a different stuff in the paper, the Hartford area. And the article was cost of a casino in East Windsor. What are the social and economical cost of the casino? So they're fighting it a lot. And I think the politicians have to kind of take a step backwards as far as Mohican Sun and Foxwood are concerned. Foxwood has a forbearance agreement. Basically, they don't pay their bills. They are well over $2 billion in debt. Mohican Sun, they say, is about 1.8 in debt. But the big question is this: why would you reward two casinos or two companies the third casino in East Windsor when they already showed they could fail at running a business? If you bring in Wynn, MGM, I understand, just not in East Hartford. In Fairfield, it makes a lot more sense because you're right outside of New York. Me personally, I have worked at 4 Native American casinos, and I have worked in 7 states, different jurisdictions. And I can tell you firsthand, as an employee of Mohican Sun, as a manager, it's not how the casino business is run. You know, if tribal members get away, not all of them, and I'm not attacking, basically just 2 people in table games that have director's jobs. And they have proven time and time again not to be a good steward of running a casino. So I got an email today, and it says, the caption is "More Mohican Trouble." 2 issues now face Mohican in connection with filings made by Mohican Tribal Gaming Authority with the U.S. Securities and Exchange Commission. So now you have the Pennsylvania Gaming Control Board of Enforcement investigating the casino systems, because it turns out that, what's the exact terminology they use? I'm sorry, I should have printed this out. Possible operational control deficiencies. And that's Pennsylvania, which is regulated. Mohican Sun is not regulated. And I mentioned this before in other videos. But if a place like Mohican Sun in Pennsylvania could be so dirty, what do you think's going on at Connecticut, where there's no oversight? The state has nothing to do with it, basically. So, like this article says, more Mohican trouble. And my question is, again, to the politicians. And there's a state senator named Tony Wang who's challenging Mohican Sun. And I'm speaking to all the politicians. Take a step backwards. If Foxwoods has been there 25 years, Mohican Sun has been there 20 years. If they ran their business like any other gaming corporation, they wouldn't be in this financial problem. You had a monopoly for 25 years. Everything you have should be paid for. Your war chest, and also your product, should be so good, even if people live in mass, they should say, you know what? Foxwood's my favorite casino, or Mohican Sun's my favorite casino. I don't mind. Gamblers a lot of times are very loyal, and since Mohican Sun, just runs things in the ground, you can expect that's how the business is going to run. Excuse me. So they're still litigating another thing, talking to tribal. They're still in the court battle in front of the Supreme Court about the limo driver that was 70 miles away from Mohican Sun, and they're still trying to say tribal sovereignty. They shouldn't be sued. Also, Mohican Sun is trying again to get in mass. So which way do you guys are going to go? Do you want the mass property, or you want the casino in Windsor? So make up your mind, Mohican Sun. They should just let Wynn and MGM run their properties, because I can assure you they will run it correctly. So politicians, I'm talking to you. You can contact me at CTFairBet@gmail.com, and we can have a discussion as far as what I know, and I know a lot. All right, if you're not familiar with my site, again, I did work at Mohican Sun. I get a bunch of emails from there. Excuse me. And one of the emails that I thought was interesting, it says, "Hi, Glenn. This is pertaining to intermedical medical leave." And the guy in question, he went to the shift manager, and they couldn't give him the time of day, and they said he should be fired. But as you know, intermedical medical leaves, I had one, takes a while to update. The ladies that work on the intermedical medical leave in HR are phenomenal. They got good hearts, and they always try to work with you, but they can't stay ahead. So pertaining to this email, shift managers, get off your lazy behind and help your employee with his intermedical medical leave, because you don't know what it's about, whether it's physical, mental. Try to work with them. Go out of your way. Okay, also, I have one here. Hi, Glenn. Mohican Sun is doing secret shoppers, and they're evaluating the dealers. And so what? And so, it's leading to suspension and terminations. This one person has been there 6 years, no written warnings, no finals, no write-ups at all. He got a bad evaluation from a secret shopper. But you got to realize the secret shopper, they're not gaming people. They have no idea what's going on. So, so here's the response. So dealers are getting fired because of what happens with a secret shopper. So again, you know what? Don't fire people for this. Coach them, show them what to do. And the secret shopper shouldn't be holding people's jobs in their hands. But since it's a tribal casino, they can do whatever they want. If you make one comment, you're in a lot of trouble. I would say much situation that give away any time, but the dealers are losing their jobs because of secret shoppers, and it's really not fair. And this has got to stop with the secret shoppers. Okay, the last one, a quick one. So I believe in working. Mohican Sun. I love my job for a while. Used to be a great place to work, not anymore. All the people with gaming experience from Atlantic City, Vegas, Mississippi, and other jurisdictions have, at one time that ran the place, made Mohican Sun a nice property, but that isn't the case now. The big issue they're having again is with the early outs, too many dead spreads, too many close games. And they said, how can Trevor and Mark make decisions like this when they have never worked swing shift? The tribal kids were all a bunch of prima donnas. They had weekends off, day shift. And, again, you're having dead spreads or you're having multiple time starts in pits. It doesn't work. But you wouldn't know because you had the golden spoon and you were spoon fed and you got away with murder. So try to take care of the EOs. It just helps the tow grade. And again, on a secret shopper, that can't be holding people's jobs in their hands because the floor person knows that player because they've been around for 20 years. So for the secret shopper to stick their nose into something that they don't know and take somebody's job, it's not right. But hopefully, folks, we can work through all this. I will be posting soon. I'm sorry I wasn't posted for a while, but my son takes care of all this, and he's been working with school, the band, plays golf 7 days a week. So, again, I'm sorry it took so long. Hopefully we'll do one in the next couple of days. And Mohican Sun, make up your mind. Do you want another property in Connecticut, or do you want to go at Mass? Because you're coming after Wynn all the time. Wynn is liquid. He has the money. You don't. So politicians in Mass and Connecticut, let's look at the financials big time. And remember this, Foxwood, over $2 billion in debt, and I think Mohegan Sun's about $1.8 billion in debt. Why would you reward these people who have already failed? They're just going to fail up in East Windsor. Something to think about. Folks, have a good day, good night, and it was great talking to you. Take care.